To say you love me just because you care. You don't have to stay forever, I will always be there. Believe me, believe me, I can't let you go. But believe me, la 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 da dee do. I still remember where I was the first time I heard that song. You're not going to remember this because you're much too young. And I was much too young even when I heard it. But when I was a little guy, I found some of my dad's old 45s. Here's a story. Back in the days of their grandfathers, they used to make these little records. And a record is kind of like a CD. Okay, and a CD is kind of like an MP3. It was a disc that they recorded music on. But back in the days of the grandfathers, you could buy a single 45 record. And you'd have to put this little yellow thing in the middle so you could play it on your record player. And it's an Elvis Presley song. And I was, I don't know, 8 years old. Super into Elvis Presley music, super into listening to music. And I found the 45 and I put it on the little record player. And there that song comes out. You don't have to say you love me just because you care. And on the other side was, how many, whoa, how many have loved you from the start, but I really don't want to know. And I think back on it now, and I'm like, I understood, or I didn't really understand, but I appreciated these very adult concepts of love and whatever. And I'm 8 years old. Yes, I already had a girlfriend by 8. Andy Lundahl. Her real name was Andrea, but we called her Andy. Oh, wow, she was cute. And, but I wonder, are kids still that into music? You know, we didn't have, you know, when I was a kid, we only had 2 TV stations. And, you know, 1 stereo or whatever. So you'd listen to music. That was much more important. Anyway. Hoka hey, BOOZHOO! And welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language, birds, and Ojibwe culture. My name is NANABOOZHOO. And today's show is called Gitchimanadu. Please help Michael Lyons. I don't know how many of you caught his quitting weed video this morning, but... And if you're new to the show, Michael Lyons is a friend of mine. We call him the rock star cartoonist. And what we should call him is the marijuana-loving enthusiast. the cannabis enthusiast is what we should have called him. But Michael's going through a hard time. He gave up the weed on Monday. And because, well, let's face it, marijuana is a drug. And when you get off drugs, you go through withdrawals. And Michael's already kind of bumming out and stuff. So he's, okay, I gotta do something here. BOOZHOO Curtis Mills, BOOZHOO John Redcorn, BOOZHOO Donna, BOOZHOO Jim Dunn, and BOOZHOO Native Slacker. You guys are, you've no idea how much you mean to me. But for just a little bit, I'm going to not read the comments. Because some of yous are so sweet that you make me tear up, and I'm not going to be able to do the show. So I'm not going to read the comments for just a little bit. But I wanted to come out here first thing before we start the show and put out my tobacco and ask the Creator to help Michael, help heal him from his own mind. This morning, Michael put out a video kind of talking about his experience quitting the green, and he's having a tough time. It's even making him lose faith in the Creator. So I thought I'd come out, put up some tobacco, say a little prayer, and we'll leave it to the man upstairs. Hey, BOOZHOO, get your manado. BOOZHOO, Beneshi Yag. Hello, Great Spirit. Hello, birds. Let me just pull out my tobacco. I'm not going to smoke my pipe here. I'm just going to offer a little pinch of tobacco to my buddy, the Great Spirit. BOOZHOO, get your manado. Hello, Great Spirit. Odapana niwi asema. Accept my tobacco. Miigwech ka iji kakina gegu. Ka iji chikean nungum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Miigwech ka iji webad. Thank you for this weather. Oh wow, it's a beautiful day. Miigwech ka iji bamadaziyan. Thank you for this life. I got a good life, man. I'm on easy street. Good manado. Daga wisanan ande awi. Niji Michael Lyons. Great Spirit, please heal my friend, Michael Lyons. It ain't easy to watch him suffer. So please help him. Do it for me. I know he likes me, so I ask favors once in a while. Daga wisanana dawi need you, Michael Lyons. Please heal my friend. Heal him from his withdrawals. Heal his mind, heal his heart, heal his spirit. Miigwech ka bizan dawi egg. Thank you for listening. Apeyenge. Amen. Sape. Sape. This is the Bigfoot call. Sape. In Ojibwe, we call Bigfoot Sabe. It's kind of short for Misabe, which means giant. Because Bigfoot's a giant. No, you don't have to be a jolly green giant. You can just be like 8 feet tall and be considered a giant. But Sabe walks around in the woods and leaves his footprints. And they start calling him Bigfoot because he got these big old feet. They should have called him Bigfoot Print, really. But anyway, so yeah, Michael's he's given up the marijuana. And you ever see the movie Train Spotting? He's reacting to it like he's on Train Spotting. You know, he's freaking out. And I was talking to him today, and he feels like he's never known love. And I'm like, come on, man. What am I, chopped liver? I tell you, I love you all the time. You know, Natasha, she loves him. Emily Aubrey, she loves him. Sabe even loves him. And I had to point out to him, go, dude, look at all these people who you've become friends with because of our show. But he's having a hard time being happy. And so I just wanted to put out some tobacco and ask the Creator to, you know, throw some magic on him, cheer him up, I think you'll be okay eventually, but you ever have a friend who is like an alcoholic or something, or even I've even known people who go on diets or overweight and need to lose weight. And your heart breaks for them because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they're sick and tired of being dependent on whatever their drug is and stuff. And they want to change. And you just want to do it for them. You just want to shake them. Go, yeah, you can do it. Come on. Just wake up. Well, how do you help? You're going to put your arm around them. You're going to be okay. You need anything, man, you talk to NANABOOZHOO. I got all the answers. No. So we'll see what old Kichimanadu has in store for that skinny cartoonist. Me? Oh, I'm golden. I got no problems. My problem is I got too much love. I got too much love going out, too much love going in. I'm going to overdose on love. That old Natasha, she doesn't let you go 2 minutes without feeling like you're the most important person in the world. I think that's a power too. You ever know somebody who's just so, I'm not even sure what to call them. Well, I call them angels. But they're just loving people. They don't even know. They're like a warm blanket when you're freezing cold. Or a tall glass of water when you're thirsty. And just by being, today one of Michael's friends stopped by. And his friend is like he's some bass player. Who doesn't even, he's not even religious. He doesn't even talk to Kichimanadu or anything. But his friend has a way of just showing up when he really needs a friend. And I think it's Kichimanadu going, hey, go check on Michael. So, it's Friday. It's NANABOOZHOO good. I've got Friday on my mind. NANABOOZHOO good. Friday. Today's the Ojibwe word of the day. NANABOOZHOO good. And I can hear some of you kids out there going, hey, I'm in a Ojibwe language class in 10th grade. And I learned that the word for 5 was nanan. Don't you even know how to speak Indian? It's like, hey. No, when you go 5th, you have to say nano. We all know it's like Beijig, Nij, Niswe, Niwen. Beijig, Nij, Niswe, Niwen. Nanan, and gold waswe. Nij, waswe, whatever. Nanan, we think is 5. But if you're going to say 5th, you put an O there. Beijigo, Nijo, Nisweo, Niwino. Is it Niwino or Nino? I don't even remember. And then Nano, the 5th day. And this is the 5th day that Michael's, lived not like Keith Richards or whoever. And he's having a hard time adjusting to being straight. No, I don't mean he's got a hard time not being gay. Come on, you guys, settle down. But being sober. But you know what? I think he's going to be okay. Don't tell him I said this, but I actually think he's got more power than he knows. You got any friends like that who don't know that they're, powerful? They don't believe in themselves. But you look at them and what they do, and how they act and just who they are. And it's got nothing to do with how much money they have, how famous they are, how muscular, anything. But you go, you know what? I can tell you are powerful. You are full of the power of mushkawazi. Mushkawazi, mushkawazi. Baby, can't you feel my mushkawazi, my power? So today's moment of Nabokowin wisdom, I'd like to discuss power, real power. I'm not talking Donald Trump power. I don't care how many hotels you own. Oh, look at me. I got Trump Towers. I own a big building in Las Vegas. Oh, good for you. Your wife was still a porn star. We've all seen your wife naked. That should be embarrassing. But whatever. Power. And what is power? Power is being able to change what you want, when you want. Power, I think, is being able to have a relationship with your Creator and to find the gifts that He's already given you. Sometimes you don't know what your power is until, somebody shuts off the lights. You can't tell how brightly a person glows until somebody shuts off the lights and you're sitting in the dark all by yourself. Mushkawazi, mushka. Sabe! Huh. Have you guys seen Bigfoot around here? Oh, really? Yesterday? BOOZHOO? They said Bigfoot came by here yesterday. Did he ask about me? Nah. All right, I'm going back in. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. BOOZHOO! Hi, sweetie. Well, hi, NanaBOOZHOO. Where are you? Oh, I'm standing outside. I just put out my tobacco. Oh, really? You want to come in? Yeah, can you pick me up and teleport me home? Sure, hang on. I gotta lock in on your coordinates for a second here. Mushkawazi. Hey, are you singing a Mushkawazi song? Yeah, why? Because I was just singing that. Oh, that's crazy. We're like telekinetically, or telepathically connected. No. Sweetie, the wire just fell off. What do you mean? I'm trying to lock in your coordinates, but you know how that wire is always dangling? Yeah. Well, it just fell out. And I don't think the teleporter's going to work. Oh, really? You mean I might have to walk back in? Yeah, I think so. Hold on, let me check. No, hold on. Okay, I got some electrical tape here. I'm going to tape it up. All right. Okay, hang on. And that's one to teleport. Make it so, number one. No. Hey, baby doll. Well, hi. I didn't think I was going to be able to teleport you. I thought this wire fell out, but I taped it up. Oh, great. Yeah, you got to tape it up, but then you got to jiggle it when you're pushing the button. Oh, okay, I'll try to remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and the talented Natasha. How you doing, sweetie? I'm doing great. Ekadon BOOZHOO. Say hello to these nice people. BOOZHOO, Kakita Aria. Hello, everybody. Did you say a little prayer for Michael? Yeah. I decided to call today's show Great Spirit, Please Help My Friend Michael Lyons. Yeah, he needs your prayers. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, no kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, rock star cartoonist Michael Lyons. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I put out some tobacco for you, and I asked the Creator to heal you. To heal me? Yeah. To help with your Weed withdrawal. Hey, thanks, dude. I got a, kind of an in with the creator. Did he really? Oh yeah, I'm his favorite. Get out of here. So, the BOOZHOO crew's here. Oh really? Yeah, Curtis is here. Hey, Curtis, how you doing? Curtis says, "BOOZHOO, buddy." Old Mr. Redcorn's back. John Redcorn? Yep. Hey, John, how you doing? Donna's here. Jim Dunn. Native Stacker's here, but I call him the native slacker. The native slacker? Yeah, because he never works. He just slacks. That's a term from the 80s, huh, sweetie? A slacker? Yeah, that's what they called us in the 80s. Oh, you slackers, slacking around, not trying very hard. Odapana niwi asema miigwech. John just said, except my tobacco. You have nightmares first 2 weeks after. Have you had nightmares, Michael? Yeah, I've had crazy nightmares. But last night I didn't. Oh, that's good. Yeah, but I only slept for like 3 hours. Yeah. Do you dream about monsters and stuff? No, I dream about real people who are being terrible to me. Oh, wow. Yeah, it sucks. MJ says, "BOOZHOO, it's great to have an evening chat." MJ. Michael Jackson's here, Michael. Is it really? No, it's our MJ. Hey, MJ, how you doing? BOOZHOO, MJ. How you doing, MJ? And Jim Dunn's here. All right. BOOZHOO, Jim. Jim been there, done that. BOOZHOO, Jim. Hey, Jim. Jim says, I thought Wally Bear soldiered that darn wire, or soldered that darn wire. I don't know that word, but fix that darn wire. Yeah, how come Wally Bear didn't come over here and do some electrical work? I thought Wally Bear was like a real man who knows stuff like that. That's how I picture Wally Bear. I picture he's a guy who knows how to like fix stuff. Like cars and plumbing, electrical. Why do you think that? I don't know. Because he's a security guard. He's a real man. He's not like one of us artsy fartsy podcasters. Where is Wally Bear? Yeah, no kidding. Where is Wally Bear? Is somebody are you trying to tell me that Wally Bear has a life outside of this place? But yeah. Donna says, I dream about people who are being terrible to me too. Yeah, those are the worst kind. I'd rather be chased by monsters than have my mother telling me she's going to be dating all these guys. Yeah, Although I had a cool dream the other day. I was having dinner with Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons and their family. Really? Yeah. And I was almost in tears. I was like, you guys, growing up, and this, I mean, Gene Simmons. I probably wouldn't eat with Gene Simmons. But I told him in my dream, you guys are like father figures to me. And I'm really honored you would have me in your home. And then there was a weird thing where one of Paul Stanley's little kids, who was like 8 years old, little girl, I didn't want to admit this. I shouldn't even say this. Oh, go ahead. She was like goofing around, like little kids always do with me and play and stuff. And then I looked down and I realized she had enormous boobs. What? Yeah, this little kid. I'm like, I felt very awkward. I'm like, get that kid out of here with the huge boobs. But then the weird part, we're getting ready to leave. Suddenly there's like dozens of people in there. And there's a whole pile of jackets and scarves and stuff. And I'm trying to find my scarf. And there's other people's scarves. And then I'm like, where's my wallet? And I couldn't. And I step outside. And now we're on top. We're like on the third floor of this big house. And people are like, hey, watch your step. And just before I can stop, I step off what essentially there's a roof. And I look down. And I'm on top. I can see down on top of the trees. And I go, oh, crap. And I step and I start to fall. And I'm thinking, this is going to hurt. Yeah. And right before I hit the ground, I just float. And I float and I land just softly. And people are amazed and they're going like, how did you do that? And I go, yeah, I said this, I don't know why I said I was like Spider-Man, because Spider-Man can't float. But I goes, yeah, man, I'm like Spider-Man. And then I could make myself levitate just like a foot off the ground and float around. And I felt it was really fun. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that I can levitate. And that's how I saved myself from getting hurt. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. And that was about the extent. Having dinner with Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons is about as likely as me levitating, but that was my dream. Donna goes, exactly. Yeah, you know. It's like your brain knows how to torture you in a nightmare in just the most creative, hurtful way. So, I don't know. Curtis Mills says, lucid dreams are fun. You ever have a lucid dream? I had a flying dream once. Oh, really? Yeah. And you know what? It was because it was lucid. Just in a minute, I was like, oh, I somehow realized I was dreaming. And I was like, well, if I can do anything in a dream, I can fly. And I started flying, and I was flying like Superman. Was it cool? Oh, it was really cool. I wanted to go back to sleep and fly again, but I couldn't do it. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You want to take a call on line 2? Oh, sure, I'll take a call. Caller, welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air. Shamoa. Hey, NANABOOZHOO, it's me, Michael Jackson. Hey, Michael Jackson. Sweetie, it's Michael Jackson. Hi, Michael. Hey, Natasha. Hi, Michael Lyons. Hey, Michael Jackson. What can I do for you, Michael? I want to call up this poopy talk. What do you mean? No, you should never do drugs. Drugs are bad. Didn't you die from too many drugs? No, that's ignorant. I was just trying to sleep. And Dr. Mary, he gave me too much of that propofol. Propofol? Is that how you say it? I don't remember. But it was an accident. I didn't want to die. I never did drugs. Oh, you did too. You were a huge junkie. Hee, Shamoa. No, that's ignorant. But I wanted to call in, and I wanted to tell Michael, you can do it. Hey, thanks, Michael Jackson. Hee, Shamoa. Oh, of course. And whatever you do, never drink Pepsi. Don't drink Pepsi. Why not? Because you'll burn your hair, silly. Hee, Shamoa. Oh, that's right. Remember that when Michael Jackson burned his hair? Is that when you started doing drugs? No, that's ignorant. I had medicine. I had mama's milk because I was burned and it hurt so much. Hee hee. Yeah. And then I got all the plastic surgery and then that hurt, so I had to get some more drugs, but I wouldn't smoke pot. You didn't smoke pot? No, that's too hard to get off. I heard pot was the easiest drug to get off. No, that's ignorant. Actually, I think tobacco is the hardest drug to quit. Yeah, I've heard that too. Who's talking now, you or Michael? Hee hee, Shamoa. What's the Ojibwe word of the day? Oh, right. The Ojibwe word of the day, or Ojibwe phrase of the day, Wagonin Iwe. Wagonin Iwe. Hee hee, Shamoa. And what's that mean? It means, what is that? No, that's ignorant. Michael, I gotta go. Okay, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe? Well, we don't really say goodbye, Michael. We say, I will see you again. Gigawabamin, Minawa. Gigawabamin, Minawa. I will see you again. Hee hee, Shamoa. Hold on. Hee hee. Well, Michael Jackson's got you. Oh, that's nice. But what is it, or what is that? Owe with an O means this. Iwe means that. If you want to say something is over there, something that's not right here, you know, there's that, and then that over there, you would say Iwe de. Iwe de. Well, going away. And this comes from Michael's Gibberish cartoon. Let me pull this down. What do we have here? A Jitamu squirrel. And there's a UFO and we're going away. Or the squirrel says, we're going away. What is that? And I didn't know the Ojibwe word for spaceship. Yeah. We're going away. And today, excuse me, I'd like to discuss UFOs. UFOs? Yeah, UFOs, some of you guys call them, but I call them UFOs. No, get out of here. What is a UFO? It's a spaceship, silly. Well, that's what everyone thinks, but I mean, everybody here knows that the idea that we live on a spinning ball in outer space and that there's other planets light years away is stupid. But I still believe I believe everybody who says when they see UFOs. I don't think anybody's lying about that. I've known people, in fact. Didn't your buddy Mike see a UFO in Bemidji? Yeah, back in the 80s or whatever. He saw a couple of them one night. Yeah. I've heard of people up in Red Lake seeing orange balls of light come out of that lake. They should call it UFO Lake. Yeah. UFO Lake, you know. But here's my theory on UFOs. And I don't know what aliens are. And I know Steven. Hey, Steven. Hello there, Nanaboozhoo. Steven, you guys. I'm in mirror image here, so I can never know how to gesture. But just because there is such a thing as a flying spaceship doesn't mean people from another planet traveled through fake outer space spinning. How dizzy would you get just spinning like a... They used to call them flying saucers because it looked like somebody took a saucer like you put a teacup on and just threw it like a frisbee. Could you imagine traveling just spinning around and around like you're on a... what they call those roundabouts? Oh, the carousels? Yeah. What I think they are, I think they come from underground. And there's probably portals under lakes and in the ocean and stuff. That's why those gray aliens, that's probably just like a wetsuit. They're wearing goggles and gray wetsuit. And they're in these flying, spaceship looking things. They probably come from underground. I mean, I have no way of knowing this stuff. But like, what if they're from, the future or something we don't quite understand? Some people think aliens are demons. Yeah, I've heard that. Curtis says, UFOs sound like a breakfast cereal. Was there a breakfast cereal called UFO? Yeah, I think there was. Because when I was a kid, I kind of remember getting a little green toy in the bottom of the box. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I think so. Do they still do that? Give toys to kids? Little plastic things you can choke on and bottoms just sitting in a box of cereal? I don't know, probably. I think it was called UFO. That's such a strange thing. But here's my conspiracy theory. Very soon, you know how they got technology to do holograms in the sky and it looks like there's a whale flying around? And yeah, they're going to fake an alien invasion. Just like they faked the thing. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I think that's why we got kind of shadow banned. What's that? Too much talk about the numbers 9 and then the other number called that's 1 after 10 and it happened in September. Oh, you mean 9/11? Don't say that. There's certain things YouTube doesn't want you talking about. That thing that happened in 2001, the Holocaust with the beer flu or whatever you want to call it. You can't make fun of the brave guys who wear dresses. The transgenders? Yeah, don't make fun of them. You can tell who's in charge by who you can't make fun of. And we've been making a lot of fun of, transgendered terrorists. And I think that's part of the reason why people are, mad at us. But where was I going with this? Where were you going with this? You can't talk about 9/11 or transgenderism. I don't know. I just lost my whole thing. Aliens are. Oh, they're gonna fake alien invasion. And what they'll do is they're gonna have a hologram of a blue beam, just like we've all been programmed to believe from the Avengers or whatever, from every movie about aliens. You ever notice that? And Hollywood is so not creative. I'm so glad they're going out of business. Yeah, me too. They're on strike, and I hope they stay on strike. Yeah, I could care less if I ever see another movie. But they're gonna. Every movie has. Oh, look out of the sky! A big blue beam is beaming down. Let's go get Iron Man to sacrifice himself, which he doesn't. But they're gonna fake an alien invasion. The government is gonna have guys in alien suits, little short guys. They're gonna recruit all the what do you call those guys who ride horses? Jockeys? Yeah, those little gay guys who ride horses. They're not gay. In the tight pants, and they're like 5'1" and they weigh 80 pounds. Those guys are gonna dress up like aliens. They're gonna bomb cities. And they probably have the technology to make UFOs now. I mean, how hard would it be to have a drone balloon that looks like a UFO up there? Or holograms or whatever. And then, they're just going to attack us again. And say, okay, look out, the aliens are here. Give us your guns, everybody. The aliens won't hurt us as long as you vote Democrat. Or whatever. There's an agenda. They're going to fake an alien invasion. For my whole life, they've been planning. Even Ronald Reagan one time, he was like, I wonder what would happen if the aliens came. Like, you're the president? You senile old poopy pants? But they're going to fake an alien invasion. What about the idea that the rapture is going to happen and they're going to try to explain why everybody's gone? Oh yeah, the rapture. In Bible talk, I don't even know if that's in the Bible, to tell you the truth. But Christians believe there's going to come a time when Jesus comes back and brings them all up to heaven so they don't have to sit through the end times. And it's called the rapture. I don't know why they don't just call it the going up to heaven without dying or whatever. And where all the kids and all the certain Christians will just disappear from the earth. And then everybody else will be down here going, doggone it, I never should have been a Lutheran or whatever. Why did I become a Muslim? I could have been raptured. But then they're going to have to try to explain, where did everybody go? Oh, it was the aliens. Remember that? Remember last week we had that alien invasion? They came and took away all the kids. You should have prayed more, But something might be happening there. That's a good theory. Hey, you got a call online too. Oh, really? How do these guys keep getting our number? Caller, welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air. Ah! Beat drum! Beat drum! Hey, Animal! Sweetie, it's Animal from the Muppet Show. Wow, it's a nasty cough you have there. Yeah, I know, huh? Hi, Animal, BOOZHOO! Natasha! Natasha! What can I do for you today, Animal? Me want learn Ojibwe word of day. Ah! Okay, hang on. Talking about drugs. Hey, Animal, you ever think about getting off of meth? Ah, me love meth! Okay, hang on. We're going in a way. What is that? We going away. What is that? Beat drum. Yeah, okay. And another phrase we have for you, buddy. Giga waba min, minawa. Giga waba min, minawa. Giga waba min, minawa. Yeah, see you later, buddy. He makes me cough. Animal from the Muppet Show. Yeah, he's on something. Yeah, he's on something. I have a theory that Animal's actually Cookie Monster after Cookie Monster discovered meth. Yeah, Animal looks like one of those guys from San Francisco who's just like, all zombied out, kind of. They don't sit or fall down. They stand, and they're kind of bent over, and they're like, a little drool coming out. And they're called drug addicts and homeless people. And I felt really sorry for them until about a year ago or so. And I'm just like, you know what? You guys are grown-ups. Suck it up. Get it together. Michael quit drugs. Why can't you? So, there's always that. Gigawabamin minawa. We are allowed to grow 4 plants per household, personal use only. Otherwise, we are cutting it into a piece of Canada's economy. It's legal now. Is that where all the weed's coming from? Canada? I thought it came from Mexico. Why are you looking at me? I don't know. You seem to be the expert on weed. I don't know where weed comes from. Mine comes from 2 blocks away. Oh, that's right. Should I say the name of your dealer? He would probably love it. Really? Yeah, he's very proud of it. I'm not going to do it. It's still illegal for 1 more week. Although I heard Bemidji is not going to have a cannabis store. You have to drive up to Red Lake. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. I'm off it. Oh, that's right. Because Red Lake's a sovereign nation. Aren't you sick of hearing that? What's that? The Red Lake thinks they're sovereign. They are. They're a sovereign nation. BOOZHOO, Red Lakers! BOOZHOO, Red Lakers. Misquagami Weirs. But they're not. None of these reservations are sovereign nations. Okay, here. Let me once and for all alienate all the tribal members. I'm just bound and determined to alienate my audience. I don't know. Why are you doing that? I don't know. If you can't decide for yourself which laws you can... If you don't make your own laws, you're not sovereign. Sovereign means free. Red Lake never had a casino until Big Daddy government told them it was okay. They never had, they pretended they were anti-drugs. Meanwhile, 100% of Red Lakers are on something if they're not drug addicted, alcoholics, or obese. But now they're like, oh, we're a sovereign nation. We're going to sell weed, because we care about our people. No, you don't. And you're not sovereign. You can't just, it's not like Red Lake is Canada. You can't have your own army. You can't decide, okay, and this is our boundary, these are our borders, and up here we call this land Red Lake. In fact, the fact that their name of their country, of their sovereign country, is English, given to them by English speakers. Most Red Lakers don't even know what those lakes were called before French people came and named them. So, no, by the way, you guys, you're not sovereign anything. You are a dependent, what do they call it? A ward of the government. Being a tribal member is like being enrolled in a concentration camp. Oh, here's my tribal numbers. It's kind of like those numbers the people in Auschwitz got on their arms. Oh, I'm so proud to be kept in this pen by the federal government. I'm so glad that Washington, D.C. has me on a list with my blood quantum. You know. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to quit picking on Red Lakers. Otherwise, they're nice people. And we're a sovereign nation. What does sovereignty mean? Oh, I don't know. Can you define a nation? So you're not part of the Minnesota Chippewa tribe. You know, the tribe of Chippewas. What's a Chippewa? Nobody knows. It's an Ojibwe-speaking person, you know, who was here in 1938, who wanted to own their own land. So they asked the government, hey, can I own this land? I'm going to sell it. We're a sovereign nation. We're Leech Lake. 98% of our land we sold to non-Indians. How about that? Proud Leech Lakers. Oh yeah, this land is my land. How would you like to buy it from me? We'll still keep the borders, but you can, you know, live up here, start a business. The town is indistinguishable from Walker. You know, what's the difference between homophobic, redneck, gun-loving, sexist, ignorant, small-town hick, and an Indian? What? Indians have braids. Shut up. That's a Sherman Alexie joke. Anyway, I've droned on. You want to get up here, sweetie? Well, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn the show over to this lovely... What do you call yourself? You know my name. The lovely and talented Natasha. But first, let's start the show with a song. What are you talking about? This is my favorite BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO song. Oh, you're going to play the welcome song? Yeah. I love that song. If I can find it. Way. Okay. I was pretty sure we had it. I got too many things on our... Okay, pictures, teleporter, outside, moon, office 1, 2, and 3, prayer. You know, if I prepared for the show better. Oh, here we go. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture too. I'm happy to be here with you today to speak Ojibwe. G-A-I-on Homanungun in English means I'm happy to be here today. That's all I wanted to say in Ojibwe. Welcome back to the show.
BOOZHOO!
Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO,
The podcast
about Ojibwe language
and culture.
and culture.
I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO. Welcome back to the show. Oh, she's just darling. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO, Kakina Awia. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Michael, you're drenched in sweat.
Oh, am I really?
Yeah, you totally look like somebody who just is coming off of drugs.
Thanks a lot.
No, but you know what? I haven't told you this. But I'm really proud of you.
Hey, thanks.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to do something difficult. And guess what? I think you're going to be okay.
You know, I am feeling better every day, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, sweetie,
Yeah?
you want to take a call?
Oh, sure. Line 2.
Yep.
Hello, caller. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air.
Yeah, Natasha, this is Sly Stallone.
Hey, Sly Stallone. Sweetie, it's your favorite person.
Okay, hey, BOOZHOO Sly. Hey, yo, NANABOOZHOO, how you doing? I'm doing all right. Listen, man, I wanted to call in, because I was watching your show, right?
Yeah?
I got something I got to tell Michael.
Michael, Sly wants to tell you something.
Hey, Sly, how you doing? Hey, yo, you can't go around beating yourself up, I mean, life, I'm going to tell you something you already know. You mean the thing you say every time you call here? Hey, yo, watch it. Life, it ain't all sunshine and roses. I don't care how tough you are. You, me, nobody's going to hit harder than life.
Yeah, huh?
And, you can't go around blaming other people for your problems, pointing your fingers at him or her. That's loser talk. That ain't you. You're better than that. I haven't blamed anybody else. Because, it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about whether or not you can take the hits and keep moving forward.
That's true, huh?
Yeah, you gotta take the hits and keep moving forward. 'Cause that's how winning's done. Yeah, okay. But hey, I think you can do it. You're a real champ, Michael.
Yeah, huh?
Thanks a lot, Sly. I appreciate it. 'Cause I remember there was a time I had to go toe-to-toe with Apollo Creed, and I was scared. Before I had Adrian and the kid, I get my head bashed in, got my head kicked in. I didn't care. But now, then I was afraid. But you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I got in that ring, and I just tried my best. And even though I didn't win the first time, but I did in Rocky 2, I won because I fought my best. And I went the distance. And if you can go the distance, you can prove you're not just some bum from the neighborhood.
Hey, Michael, John Redcord just gave you a super chat.
Hey, thanks, John.
Miigwech, John. Thank you so much.
Hey, yo, John Redcord, you all right? That's how winning's done.
Yeah, huh?
But I just wanted to call in and tell Michael that he can do it, and he should believe in himself, and he can do it. Thanks a lot, Sly. Yeah. Hey, yo, Natasha, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe?
Well, we don't really say goodbye, Sly. We say, Bagheera, get down!
Bagheera, get down? What does that mean?
No, Bagheera's about to jump on all the equipment here. Sly, I gotta go. The way we say goodbye is Gigawab. Bagheera, knock it off. Bagheera, knock it off. Gigawab min, minawa. Hold on, you guys.
What's the problem?
I gotta do something here. Sweetie, teleport me to the moon?
You got it. One to teleport.
Make it so.
Hey, where'd she go? She went up to the moon, Sly. And she should be back in just a second. Oh, yeah, you know that Natasha, she's all right. You know, you're the lucky guy to have such a good girlfriend. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. You know, I remember I had a girl. Her name was Adrian. And I was like, hey, yo, Adrian, I wonder if you wouldn't mind marrying me too much. And you know what she said? I think I saw that movie, I don't know, 20 times. Yeah, she said she would marry me. And it made me so happy. Oh, that's great. But then she died. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. All right, well, I'll see you later, all right? Yeah, we'll see you, Sly. Gigawabbim in, meanwhile. Hey, yo, forget about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. From the moon. Hold on. Don't go away. Natasha will be back in just 1 second. If I can get rid of that word. And
Oh, wow. Okay. BOOZHOO, Gakina Awia. I wanted to come up here on the moon and tell MJ, gee, Miigwetch, thank you so much for your super chat. Well, since I'm up here, I might as well say a little prayer. I brought some tobacco, some asema. BOOZHOO, Gichimanadu. See, you come up on the moon and you're closer to heaven. Everybody knows that. It's in the Bible. The moon is that much closer to heaven. BOOZHOO, Gichimanadu. Hello, Great Spirit. Utapana niwi asema. Except my tobacco. Miigwetch ka ishi kakina keku ka ishi chikia noongom. Thank you for everything that you do today. Miigwetch ka ishi webud. Thank you for this weather. Wow, I can't believe how clear and calm it is up here on the moon. Thank you for the beautiful moon weather. Miigwetch ka ishi bamadazian. Thank you for this life. Gichimanadu. Taka Wisananan Dawi. Niji Michael Lyons. Great Spirit, please heal my friend, Michael Lyons. He's an old, he's a pothead, and he can't handle not having his drug. Help him, heal from his 30 years of reckless pot usage. Miigwetchka Bizadawiang, thank you for listening. Ape Inge. Amen. Now I'm not going to say I've never smoked pot. All right. Yes, children, your beloved Sesame Street character is going to talk about smoking the green. Smoking a ganja. What do we used to call it? There was pot, weed, grass. When I was a little girl, everybody called marijuana grass. We called them hippies. Oh, I'm going to smoke some grass, man. And I'd roll these gross joints. But I've had my own history and habit of smoking pot. And I had a lot of reasons, excuses for doing it. It was a antidepressant, anti-anxiety. I used to tell people I never got bored. I just don't. I used to feel kind of cocky about myself. I don't get bored. Boring people get bored. There's too much I'd love to do. But the reality was I never got bored because if I ever got bored, I'd just smoke some pot. Now I'm watching Family Guy or South Park or whatever. And you'd think I was watching the greatest TV show ever. Laughing out loud, enjoying it, marveling at the talented cartoonists who drew the characters, the wonderful music. I can watch these cartoons over and over again because I was high, right? And, pot became like my best friend. That was before I met NanaBOOZHOO, and then he became my best friend. No. But, maybe I should tell Michael this. I think one thing that's really important to remember, if you decide to quit doing something like smoking pot, don't add to your grief, because that's what it is. You're breaking up a relationship. You found out you have a toxic relationship with somebody named Mary Jane. Last Dance with Mary Jane. That was about the quitting pot. One more time to kill the pain. When you break up with Mary Jane, don't make yourself feel worse by being hard on yourself. You're not a drug addict. You are addicted to a drug. But 2 nights ago, Michael went to his first Narcotics Anonymous meeting. And he was there with heroin addicts, meth addicts, homeless people, obese people, people whose brains were obviously burned and destroyed by something. And he didn't fit in at all. And because he was so crabby on drugs, he told everybody that he thought the meeting was stupid and that it wasn't helpful. And he also there was a fat lady who ran the place. And she had her daughter there. This little 7-year-old darling little girl. Surrounded by all these drug addicts and weirdos, homeless people and whatever. And this lady wouldn't stop swearing. She couldn't. She had the coarsest language, and so did this other guy who was reading all this stuff. And Michael was finally like, by the way, can you stop swearing so much? What is this? Why don't we ever call people out? Just how ignorant and offensive it is if you can't complete a sentence without saying the F word. And this other guy goes, oh yeah, when I swear, I always say things like effing or a-hole. And Michael is like, why can't you just talk like a normal human being? It's not better. You might as well say fuck. Don't say frickin' and thinking that gets you off the... You're making us... We know what you mean. That's what I hate about the N-word. I think it was Louis C.K. said this once. Because I hate the N-word. Because I'm not saying I hate the word nigger. I hate people who use the term N-word. Because you're still using the word, but you're making me think it and without you saying it. It's a ignorant, crass, offensive way of communicating if you can't speak. Some of you might have just got your eyebrows went up when you heard me say the F word, because I don't think I've ever sworn on this show. I'm pretty sure. Because I don't need to swear. Shut the front door. Yeah, even that. That doesn't... You might as well say, shut the fuck up. If you're using code words to say the same thing, don't say shut the fuck up either. You can say shut up. But it's such a stupid crutch. I hate people who swear. In Anishinaabe-Moan, in the Ojibwe language, we have no swear words. It's an old story where a guy goes, He was teaching a English speaker Ojibwe, this old elder from back in the days of the grandfathers. And he goes, in Ojibwe, we have no swear words. We would never curse the Creator. You ever notice you never hear an Indian go, "Get you manadoo, damn it"? That's not an expression. That's not our way to swear and to curse. And the white guy goes, "Well, what do you do if you accidentally hit your thumb with a hammer?" And the Indian guy goes, "Oh, it's easy. We speak English then." But, okay, if you're in physical pain and you let it rip, good for you. Maybe it helps. But if you're trying to run a AA meeting or whatever, and with strangers, it's so rude. Anyway. How come the Bible doesn't say it's a sin to swear? Oh, you're right. God just said, yeah, it's called blaspheme. It's one of the commandments. Thou shalt not use the Lord's name in vain. He doesn't like it. And he doesn't like, Although I was reminded today, the only time I like being sweared at, one time we were playing out at Northern Lights in my band, and a friend of ours, who's a black guy, was playing drums. And he wasn't usually in the band. He was just playing that night. And he was like, we were talking. It's like, what song should we do next? And we're like, I don't know. You want to play whatever? And we're having a little conversation. The audience is like waiting, And the drummer, because he's black, and it wasn't even offensive. It felt kind of endearing. He goes, "Listen, you motherfuckers need to decide what song you're going to play. The audience is getting restless." And I laughed. I'm like, oh, I love it when a black guy calls me a motherfucker. But other than that, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go back. Get you want to do this show's going long. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Bonjour.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, hi, honey. Ready to come back?
Yeah, could you pick me up?
Okay, hang on. I gotta lock in on your coordinates.
All right.
And that's 1 to teleport.
Just me. Make it so, number 1. Nah.
It's not working.
Remember, you gotta jiggle the wire as you push the button?
Jiggle the wire as... Where's Wally Bear? He needs to fix this.
I know, huh?
Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Natasha. How's the moon?
Oh, it's really, really pretty up there. Nice weather.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, me no way, Buck. It's good weather. All right. Michael, you want to add anything?
No, will you just thank everyone for me?
Yeah, sure.
I really appreciate them.
You bet. Michael wants to say, Miigwech, for all your kind words, all your encouragement. Turns out the BOOZHOO crew is pretty cool people after all.
Yeah, they really are.
Did I thank MJ yet? MJ gave us a super chat.
Hey, thanks a lot, MJ.
Miigwech, MJ, you're the best. And John Redcorn, thanks again for your very generous super chats. Hey, Curtis Mills is here.
Bonjour, Curtis.
Curtis says, I was raised in the army. Then I started serving the army at 17. So yeah, I cuss way too much, but I'm working on it. What do you mean you're working on it? How hard is it to quit? Are you addicted of swearing? Vincent Zach. Bonjour, Vincent Zach. I'm going to call him Vinny. I like that name, Vincent Zach. Vincent Zach says, Great Spirit, your name shall be honored. May your reign incarnate in me. Oh, that's cool. May your power unfold in me on the earth and in all spiritual realms, so I recognize my responsibility. Oh, wow, Vinny knows what he's talking about. Bonjour, Vincent. John says, Gigawabamin, Minawa. Oh, yeah. See you later, John. Curtis says, it's ingrained. Yeah, I suppose it just becomes, it's like the way we always say Hawa and stuff. Yeah. And I recognize the truth and do not lead me into confusion and delusion, but release me from erroneous assumptions. For yours is the realm in me and the power and the knowledge in eternity. Yikes, I think Vinny's a medicine man. He's a mashkiki, what did he? You think so? Well, he sure knows. He sure talks like he understands. All right, friendship one. Hey, BOOZHOO, haven't seen you in a while. Oh, so great to see you. And Jim Dunn. Miigwech, Bamapi. Miigwech. Yeah. So, all right. Let's call that a show, fellas. Hey, everybody. Just want to say, Miigwech ga bizadawiyeg. Thank you for listening. Dush. Miigwech ganawabieg. And thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. And drug addicts. Nah. My name is Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO. Okay, Miigwech. And this is the rock star Michael Lyons, who's gonna stay sober. Hey, thanks everyone. We really appreciate it. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin, Minawa. Oh. Na 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 na. Does this mean you're never gonna play Wake and Bake again? Oh no, I'll play Wake and Bake. Okay. See you later, everybody.